Ever wonder why some businesses attract customers like bees to honey, while others struggle to get even a single bite? The answer often lies in their prospecting strategies. In the business world, prospecting is the first step in the sales process, where we identify potential customers or clients. It's the foundation, the bedrock of any successful business strategy. But it's not just about casting a wide net, it's about precision fishing. It's not just about finding potential customers, it's about finding the right ones and building relationships. Imagine throwing a party and inviting everyone, toddlers, teenagers, and seniors. Sounds chaotic, right? That's exactly what happens when businesses fail to properly identify their target markets. Let's take a look at a real-life case study. Once upon a time, a tech startup developed a cutting-edge app, but they made a cardinal mistake. They failed to identify their target market. They marketed their app to everyone from tech-savvy millennials to seniors who barely knew how to operate a smartphone. The result? A marketing campaign that fell flat, resources squandered, and a product that didn't resonate with any particular group. You see, without a clear understanding of your target market, you're essentially shooting in the dark. Your product could be the best in the world, but if it's not reaching the right people, it's likely to sink without a trace. The lesson here is simple, but significant. Know your audience. It's not just a cliche, it's a business imperative. Remember that old saying, out of sight, out of mind? That applies to business too. Let's consider a case study. Imagine you're a fresh entrepreneur selling innovative tech gadgets. You found a potential client, pitched your product, and they seemed interested. Now, you sit back, waiting for them to reach out. A week, a month, then 2 months pass, and you hear nothing. What went wrong? You neglected the follow-up. After the initial contact, the client may have been swamped with other tasks and forgotten about your product. Or they may have found a similar product elsewhere. This is where the follow-up plays a crucial role. A simple email or phone call could have kept your product fresh in their mind, or even better, led to a sale. By neglecting this step, you've potentially missed out on a valuable opportunity. Remember, in the world of business, persistence is key. Don't just make a connection, maintain it. In the world of business, the customer is king. Ignore them at your peril. Imagine a company like a ship. The captain or the business owner steers the ship, but the wind, the customers, propel it forward. If the captain ignores the wind's direction, the ship may end up lost at sea. Let's consider a real-life example. Once upon a time, there was a tech giant that designed a smartphone without a headphone jack. They assumed customers would adapt to using wireless headphones, but they didn't. Sales dropped, and the company had to scramble to release an updated model with a headphone jack. Ignoring customer needs and feedback can lead to dissatisfaction and the loss of potential customers. Customers are the lifeblood of a business. Their needs, their feedback, their satisfaction should be a business's top priority. Remember, the customer isn't just always right, they are your most valuable advisor. Listen to your customers. Their feedback is the roadmap to your success. In the crowded marketplace, standing out is not an option, it's a necessity. This rings true more than ever in today's competitive business landscape. Let's take a moment to delve into a case study that underscores this point. Consider a budding tech startup. Let's call it Technodazzle. They developed an innovative software solution with a plethora of features, but when it came to marketing, they simply touted their product as advanced and feature-rich. This vague description left potential customers confused. They weren't able to comprehend the unique benefits of Technodazzle's product, or even how it could solve their specific problems. The result, the customers turned towards competitors who could clearly articulate the value they offered. This unfortunate scenario highlights the importance of having a clear value proposition. But what does that entail? Simply put, your value proposition is a concise statement that explains how your product or service solves customers' problems, delivers specific benefits, and tells the customer why they should buy from you and not from the competition. It's the unique value that you bring to the table. So if Technodazzle had clearly communicated that their software could help businesses automate their processes, thereby saving time and reducing costs, they might have had a different outcome. Remember, in the sea of sameness, your value proposition is your lifeline. It distinguishes you from the competition and resonates with your potential customers. Your value proposition is your ticket to standing out in the crowd. Don't leave home without it. Prospecting is an art and a science. Master it, and you'll have a steady stream of potential customers knocking at your door. As we've seen, prospecting is a crucial phase in the life of your business, and it's easy to stumble. We've discussed some of the most common mistakes that entrepreneurs and sales professionals make during this phase. First, there's the failure to properly identify target markets. Without a clear understanding of who your customers are, you're essentially shooting in the dark. Research is your friend here, helping you to hone in on those who are most likely to need, want, and ultimately buy your product or service. Then, there's the tendency to neglect the follow-up. Remember that prospecting is not a one-and-done deal. It's about building relationships, and that takes time. It's important to stay on people's radars, reminding them of what you offer and why it's worth their while. We've also talked about ignoring customer needs and feedback. This is a fatal flaw, as your customers are the lifeblood of your business. Listen to them, understand them, make them feel valued. In doing so, you'll not only retain your current customers but attract new ones as well. And lastly, lacking a clear value proposition. Your value proposition is your unique selling point. It's what sets you apart from your competitors. If you can't clearly articulate why someone should choose your product or service over others, then you're missing a crucial piece of the puzzle. Avoiding these mistakes is the first step towards a more effective prospecting process. By understanding these pitfalls, you can develop strategies that not only attract potential customers, but also retain them, turning prospects into profits. Remember, the path to success is paved with mistakes. Learn from them, grow from them, and most importantly, avoid them. Subscribe to our channel for more insights into the world of business. Together, let's turn those prospects into profits.